I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
It's like, oh, it's like that is killing me dead.
Things are getting heated between two of Hollywood's biggest actors, and it's all because one believes the other stepped over the line. Comedian Jim Carrey has been making us crack up for years, and lately he's also been dishing out some harsh reality to those who honestly probably need to hear it. Turns out Jim doesn't think too highly of Will Smith. So much so that the Fresh Prince is so fed up with his words, there's rumors Will Smith is actually threatening legal action. Now, before I give you all the details, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you never miss out on any new updates. Things have been chaotic for Will Smith ever since he jumped up on stage and slapped Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife Jada Pinkett Smith. And of course, everyone has an opinion on the situation, giving Will advice or chastising him for what he did. There are those showing support and standing by the actor. And then there are others, like comedian Jim Carrey, who have a very different take. Now, for years, Jim Carrey has dealt with his massive share of controversy and criticism. As a comedian, there were plenty of people who were none too impressed with his work. Remember the Joe Biden impersonation? Yeah, that sparked some hate. And he also caused chaos on many movie sets. Like when he fully embraced his character for the movie Man on the Moon, he drove the cast and crew way past their limits because he just went full Man on the Moon for days. But let's give credit where credit's due. Carrey, he's a comedy veteran, just like the hilarious Chris Rock. In fact, the two recently joined forces to pay tribute to the late Bob Saget, another comedic legend. Just recently, Jim appeared on CBS Mornings, and as someone who speaks his mind, he went all in on his feelings about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Not only that, he actually had a bone to pick with the audience at the Oscars. Honestly, it seems like the entire situation was just a bunch of trash to Carrey. He wasn't afraid to dish his thoughts on the whole thing. He said,
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim then went after Will Smith and did not hold back. He said he was absolutely grossed out by the whole ordeal. In fact, he's ready to take it a step further. He said he's ready to take legal action and that justice needs to be served for what went down. He said,
announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. That insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Fans were shocked. One person said, didn't expect to start the afternoon by hearing Jim Carrey saying he would sue Will Smith for $200 million. And some people were mad at his statement too. One person said, Jim Carrey saying how he would sue Will Smith just proves he's a punk little bitch. He is notoriously anti-vax and anti-science and is known for his asshole on-set behavior. Also, wasn't there something about drugs and suicide of an ex going on a few years ago? But as this drama unfolds, it's actually important to point out that Jim Carrey doesn't just have negative things to say about Will Smith. Sure, he was very critical of his actions, but he also recognized that there might be some more going on beneath the surface. Jim said,
It didn't escalate. It came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrated, and I wish him the best. I really do. I don't have anything against Will Smith. He's done great things. But that was not a good moment. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment last night.
Jim also added,
a lot of people worked really hard to get to that place and to have their moment in the sun and to get their award for the really hard work they did. And it is no mean feat to go through all the stuff you have to go through when you're nominated for an Oscar. It's a gauntlet of devotion that you have to do. And it was just a selfish moment that cast a pall over the whole thing.
So while Carrey is critical of the uncalled hit on Chris Rock, he understands that all people, even celebrities, have their own personal battles and challenges. And that includes having deep-rooted issues that can cause controversy. Carrey believes that Will's actions took away from the importance of that night and ruined what should have been a night of celebration for many. All in all, Carrey did have some pretty valid points. He called out Will Smith for the questionable stunt, showed support for Chris Rock, and even tried to provide some understanding for the behavior. It's a mix of calling out the wrong, offering support, and finding some rationality in the chaos. Oh, and making sure people knew how he felt about the audience's reaction. All in all, pretty solid stance, honestly. But Will Smith, well, he doesn't exactly agree with Carrey's perspective. Hey, everyone is allowed to have different opinions, especially in showbiz. But rumor has it that Smith has a very different take on the situation. So much so that he's thinking about filing a lawsuit for defamation against Jim Carrey. Yeah, the audacity, it's there, and it's insane. First, Smith goes ahead and delivers a slap on live television, which already had people talking and questioning his actions. And now, instead of taking criticism like a mature adult, he's resorting to threatening lawsuits. It's raising some eyebrows. Smith should honestly be counting his blessings that Chris Rock didn't press charges. Apparently, the LAPD were on site to take charge of the situation too, in case Rock decided to move forward with pressing charges. But he didn't, and because of that, Smith is still a free man instead of behind bars. But fans, well, they're still pretty pissed with Will Smith. And they're also not happy with Jim Carrey, because in the world of social media, nothing stays hidden for long. Old clips have started resurfacing, taking the spotlight off of Will and shining brightly on Jim Carrey, bringing attention to some of the past incidents and scandals that social media users are calling him out for. One incident that's been circulating is the alleged sexual assault on Alicia Silverstone at the 1997 MTV Movie Awards. People are sharing the clip and expressing their concerns about Carrey's behavior during that event. But that's not the only moment that's causing a stir. There's another clip making the rounds that involves Carrey's attempt to kiss Will Smith at the same awards ceremony. However, Smith was very quick to push Carrey away as he made his way to the stage to accept his award. Now, these resurfaced clips have ignited a wave of online discussion, with some labeling Carrey as a hypocrite for condemning Will Smith's actions while apparently engaging with some similar behavior himself. As these clips continue to circulate and spark a lot of debate, social media users are questioning Carrey's consistency and holding him accountable for his past actions. Some even supported Will. One fan said, Will Smith gets banned for 10 years for a f***ing slap, but celebrities like Jim Carrey can force Alicia Silverstone to kiss him, Adrian Brody can force Halle Berry to kiss him, Jenny McCarthy can kiss and grope Justin Bieber, and nothing comes of it? Sounds racist to me. Another said, Jim Carrey, the guy who kissed a 19-year-old Alicia Silverstone without her consent. That Jim Carrey? Now, this one person also said, it's funny to watch these famous men with their own violent histories condemn Will Smith. Alex Baldwin assaulted a photographer. Jim Carrey assaulted Alicia Silverstone on stage in front of millions of people. Kareem used to punch folks and his son attempted to murder someone. This one fan even added a gif and said, I also remember Jim Carrey doing the same thing to Alicia Silverstone when she was only 19, but here he is shooting off his mouth about Will Smith. So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.